no from Enra saying. Mentia de biasio. Sese. Sika kono last game wa yakobo ewo South Africa. Abenefo yi ne to akonya free ho no. Me kai pa say has a full captain Fatau Mohammed and yakobo right full back. Me boy. Very good. Before so na and the other na abo Cape Coast no boy. Ntino
Ethiopia de
no. Ntina onti nko ese no. Ena ye de Fatau ko ye. Na Philemon e wo hodada. Philemon bafo na hodada. But Fatau mum no a no nya late call up no. On the ball right full back. Me boy. Nti dia be na asinti a ye call up na Fatau no nya kwan rating nim. Na Philemon na okoye na okota bench no.
Philemon bafo of Dreams FC.
Mentiasie. I don't get it. Mentiasie. Because unim menka say we buy player. Nemum no Kofi say Fatau Mohammed etimi enya late.
Before you continue Mohammed kakra. Time ben na Blaster say bom game no has a focus so African game no say two-legged affair has a focus no work no time frame no time ben
Asia
they will call 5 days and
Asia
okay
how's match is
Asia
no
but you say I'm just me assume
say has intina
say ebia omo pese a birthday strategy some obodu plans for because say the happy weekend Blaster as a kwa koba 5 days time has book about this important game and had entinene yama ye release Fatau for Hasifo no one team no nya because has so bo another prestigious
Kofi call up in a bar in place omutim ba bia 4 days bia we got him back 3 days before a game omo mani Ike me say Philemon men ka so a bad player ba say enema bia me tete o maso me nsem bia ekoso
e dey na ma na wotete
I say men hu ne ma yie
e dey na ma na wotete
say Keto Kreku link intino kinchina wa say Philemon katim all the time. I don't get it because you some on say Philemon is gooder, very gooder. Next time diano say and the other man more on mo near. Oh yes, on one near.
Say everyone so is there not to necessarily play or
but to do what?
On monitor no.
On monitor the.
Say the 94 year Ronaldo.
Oh, Kofi Mr. Sadin the only near my. We Ghana say me say still ano yen laterals no emfa emayen
okay
both left and right na emfa
how na wo issue na
Kofi say o hwe call up India call of the team no ho but one player wabeka team no me very happy Kudus Mohammed me hu ni say
o so no ho da na
oh there we say apply into no na afina no hoto na waba
okay
Kofi me hu ni say Kudus no one player see many kono ho a team no be sin na so much more than the you cry. I'm telling you
it's too early for
confused answer the day you call 209 till you call 209 okoje oboa Ghana me you conquer the whole world under 20 Milo Edratino ebe shemu you call Angola you know ye ba South Africa World Cup 2010 na ojia so sanity Kofi upik ni upik Kudus no we one player Kofi dia can say obenya that maturity no we a fine player and na Ishaku no so no akra I'm very happy for him because Kofi all talent pa say you can say play in bo pa we mo na Blaster is so na so in the near future
so what squad now what are they tell you Milo ayi say
Kofi
is he a new era down as on Korabi
Kofi se sia no edi de majority na no known I ni mo apart from keeper ya obeya as a no kwan no sense me
Jojo Walakot
yes Jojo Walakot and I answer that enim no say oba obe show the class am here I
Dan Lad are making into the team
on say Dan Lad there we are cry from 17 to 20 you go so egrumu no I will use a dachi you know on so nya konya nti say your friend keep at 4 na say e ne ka ho a me ni issue bia about it me didi say Anna
ya mama o keeper no Richard Entry ni kan ho
French no da be no buy Richard on fit
okay
on fit India
okay
oh so on the Kofi we fully fit Ghana there is here currently he's number 1
as him said that lad there so what here manya nje say dan lad likely so be join
o could
I do they say aba
ntino wa dey
hey
but so we are endina on fana
say that man was so link ba say
oh eno there
me pese ya
minti biasa
ni binti ana say ni
Kofi na minti biasa
no say very difficult say panyi be ba azumi post because do be
Kofi
ye be si bia na mo link
say dreams player na so ni bobo a na o merite kolapa fine eh Ucho for come on Wawa Stars ena o sha senya collab atana former FA Cup no boy
my problem
see he's number 1
my problem
so
is Razak Abalorowa is not here
hold on come so me buy
Kofi
because nobody can convince me said these keepers obi any go that say Razak Abalorowa
me unu say Abalorowa issue
and if it is the issue say goes Michel
enwa
then Richard Ofori any business
enwa
Richard Atta
they have been Richard
Ofori no
and
I don't hear Kofi me say Richard Ofori there currently so if fully fit is number 1
but my point is that
Abalo the end there sa elementary mistakes na
elementary mistakes be na
o de dia na SDM mu
ball ya kofa ayi true mu e sabe awia akofa na tui ya player nyankopon kwa ne South Africa yi
ai Richard Ofori
looking very good in the goal post
o che ball no kwa na ontimi nchi de kwa
eti no what is this crime say
ana me say
Jojo Walakot
ono no Kofi asemo ai but may happy say Ganiu asansonya a collab into the team yeah I'm very happy because me who say defense for no
I say na me we concern about Fatah Mohammed on say interestingly a free ban here has a place in a former national team say okay say Atao
asa ojaka anu
in a case in
ono so ono akoda ama has
case no
nti mo say
line up
anya has asem Kofi anya has asem abara man
one mamu
odakra o so ba
Joseph Luke Walakot, date of birth 8 September 1996, age 25, place of birth Bristol, England, height 6 feet 2 inches. Na ohwe ni career na every 2013 ABC 2021 ye kasai no ya Bristol for player Andrew Achia no officially omaja na kwan kwara say CD onko na waba Sweden for the player the Sweden town was one for player na Kofi ni career ni say nete 2015 oba Bristol 2013 no 2 years na still owo me bench ye training sa wanye bi another 2015 no decide so obeko loan on call club for Clevedon Town loan unya 1 game ne die 2015 kono sign movie eko Weymouth ahon so koda 1 game eno so na ye loan ofiri ho eno sign e ba club friends e Bisoy eno so loan 13 games eno be die that is in 2017 oba Bath City wanye bia na 2017-18 eno call club friends are working ahon so loan okoda 1 game Okotoro City teams are me boy nyina 4th division teams Toro City also okoda 2 games
me man to aso e ka dey akọpa na chire we don't trust our goalkeepers
me be say me wi anka beti ade bi ase
local ones na say
enye local ones kwa pisi
in general
right akoda na ye kana asem say deal na be ye permanent e was say new team no Sweden Town no wabo 8 matches Kofi ko concede 9 goals 8 matches 9 goals
and it found
enye say mfa ho asem the fact keepers e wo Ghana ha na ye hwe omo start so obo 8 matches e concede 9 yenko busan say 4th division no enye England first division and enye second enye 4th
our own fellas banana was conceding
true no obo league ben
my ban is that what do concede obo concede no the team lose and omo win
obo lose tina and na have problem nyeso obo win matches no
keep am concede chese onya there
Kofi o say fellas e concede the team win na obu sase ni o concede team lose and na me say obo lose
ben chese onya there o
men ka so onya there but the be mu so win e keep clean sheet
why bit why
obi sase bit why Richard Bedu Carella goalkeeper no jo wasa ba house onim goal da papa onim goal ne da papa
esen Walakot
why Kofi na Walakot the globe sounds how to chin we you can question we should be serious in this country say yes na call up enye Milo call up
oh say
am can question call up enye Milo call up
I am very careful because
of choice
template order than
wait not so
Walakot yen hwe no before we can criticize him.
Kofi yeah anyway.
Oh,
so oba
onya binna
onya
binna
feeling on bafo
oba train the
me would entia and emphasis was so saying ya fro we can when sees call up when you blasters new sees call up ni na no de ya what one ya fro o koye no and yesu and the other ya frɛ Fatao okobo 90 minutes
I say wa mana ontimi nko
no yes ontimi ko covid Fatao be say okobo 90 minutes now to ene yes ya call up the okobo 90 minutes ya mana me number 2 ya ten a drop and yes ya maintain the on wako 5 times and that kind of season no okwa Jesse Kronya Bishops on sign kobim ni di listen me den Fato Isaku ya call under 20 ne by ebesi ne or more ball o Isaku Fatao ya call under 20 ne by ebesi ne or more ball ya call up ni asan afre Isaku Fatao ya blasters no ya dey boy players bi am o manya team and as ya den and Obi answer Real Madrid ni FC Sheriff game no. There is one Ghanaian. The last time they can ask him, watch that guy. We are ni am share collapse na ya ni am share defenders no ni ade ade no mo ye no. Ye ka say ye team no. Say ya na ye be ye na Ronaldo 25 million na man penny yeserew.
Okay.
Bien hu bi.
But let's have hope in this team.
And here ni nya hope no. They are not giving us the hope.
Isaku di on. Isaku.
I am not saying it's onimbo bo.
Ofi. Isaku di.
I am not saying it's onimbo bo.
Exceptional talent.
That's onimbo.
But how can they
same studio, same frequency 101.1. One player, Ishaku, we also have any business. Ashh says, oh, Debbie, he's a very good player. And this other national team call up in it. Milo and then penning for cannot please anybody. As Ghanaians, let's support the Black Stars. It shall be well.
Me worry, they say.
The Papa for the week in retrospect. Why? Kofi Asare PSG 1, Man City 2. We are say Ashh tried to mafia Franco. Peter J was I'm watching you live. Oh, Peter J say I am watching you live from Accra, Akwajiri Park. You are doing a great job. Thanks so much. Fellas, as I must say, Ike, please can you analyze the situation of Richmond Boachi Yadom, Mahatma Notu, and Majid Waris? Are they not good strikers?
Majid blasters no
Say you should go see war. Dubai there no.
Nations Cup.
Kofi Revi.
Maka nzo nya bi mu. Omo tell drop.
Obo local pon am go bo mu a so mi odidi o matem 77 kan.
Maka nzo.
Efro nyina se no anya ye fe biem. Ye fe biem. On the bed dem agi there.
It shouldn't be with him. There are more stubborn players. If Milo and Empen for say you bet to call Nations Cup. You bet to call World Cup. Now Majid Waris and Ebeboya. We should put away some issues
and managing well.
We just say Milo started money fully. Call up when you call up.
So if Abdul Majid Waris and Ebeboya say I got to put your bomb MP a petty a minor issues.
Milo started fully debut but call up when you call up. I'm a friend of mine in chassis.
Call up.
We. Na man can't just almost send invite that we call up no that.
Okay. Peter Pierre, okay. Onipa Ninkaya Junior was alive from United States of America, Georgia. Okay, live from the US. Peter Pierce in Dan Lad, Bafo, Fatao, Banye are on transition from that 20, but for the reason why they didn't participate is the question that needs to be asked. Okay, I'm fine. See why. Asante Kotoko, Eton Kwamboku, Edema USM Algers. In fact, Nkofo one who destined a war that to the goom. And no ma Nanaya on an penning for ASUITC promises upon promises. Scanner ma until Nanaya and penning for a contact Asante Kotoko. Lawyer, no what Ifoli. Yes, Nino Ifoli. Into no more than 10 times. And then I said, go to Accra. Ifoli near no time. No, there's a penny forecast. Okay, within 45 days, Omuntias Canamas and Kotoko. 45 days, so no so power, Ama Ifoli and Santin on one say. No, say Ifoli is at 10 time, 10 time. Make us say USM Algers, FIFA, Abani few maybe American kana manya how bibia sikoye dear sir stroke madam We refer to the proposal made by the FIFA General Secretariat in accordance with Article 13 of the rules governing the procedure of Player Status Committee and the Dispute Resolution Chamber. As both parties either accepted the proposal or failed to respond to it, we confirm that the following now constitutes a final and binding decision on all parties pursuant to the FIFA regulations of the status and transfer of players. Decision: the respondent, Usm Alger, will pay the claimant, that is Asante Kotoko, 300,000 euros as a standing amount plus 5% interest per annum as from 22nd of March 2021 until the date of effective payment. Payment include any applicable interest shall be made within 45 days as from notification of the confirmation letter. Now say no munya na in full year na no sa 45 days ye demo no e ho krata na maka a chewo no o mo tentam ya maka nti na wo say the fana adene etimesi ba nti wo say dear says to madam, we hereby acknowledge receipt of the correspondent sent by the claimant and have note of the information therein provided. In this regard, we kindly ask the respondent to take note of the content of the aforementioned correspondent, and we hereby confirm parties that okay, I can't we know how in fact in Penfolio that shall say back on the Agapo, who now buy office work? Back on way.
No, for that, David.
I'm going to be crying. Don't going to be crying. Etino, Yabano.
Transfer.
3 seasons. So that is the language. So that me can't cry Yabano. That is the news. Documents say they what they were. They were. Dabi, the man can't among. We ask for internet. Who can't say no about president here? Franco. That is decision from FIFA.
They say I said document why say
Dabi.
And we are miracle pa.
Some goods are for men only.
We commercial Sante Kotoko supporters or my reho. Not just banning maybe Usm Alger. In the banning money, maybe you are happy. Kofi, the work can per annum will be 5% on a 300,000 euros. And you find say per annum be Kofi in account per annum be a fee. And it will be 15,000 euros. Maybe as a man to scanner. Now Kofi, Kumasi Asante Kotoko is seen as a corporate entity.
And I can't so much. So much. I have poor now got on your punk and your punk who as on your back work was given. Pursuant to Article 24 of the regulations, in full payment, including all applicable interest, is not paid within 45 hours. The respondent shall be banned from registering any new players, either nationally or internationally, up until the due amount is paid. The overall maximum duration of the registration ban shall be up to 3 entire and consecutive registration periods. No. We shall say Erica Montemor Ferreira, head of players status. Franco Yonko.
The Americans say we Kumasi Asante Kotoko supporter. What you say? I saw my reho. Now, Kofi Kumasi Asante Kotoko is seen as a corporate entity. Make Kaiser timer almost set up the committee. And you see, Kofi issue we have now. A SIL link here, the committee set up by Otumfo, 3-member committee to investigate Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Or Kayato Ayif Klotene Bakrefan is a Kwambon and yes. There are this kind of management and this kind of board by and Kofi and this kind of issues nearby. So meaning that there is a history. Say now because it be a corporate setting. Now Isaac also answer want to enter into a partnership or make a transaction with maybe Action Company Limited. When now enter into that kind of transaction, the onus lies on you to do a background check about that company. And you have to say Ashh FM. Yes, you can enter into a partnership agreement as an administrative manager. Oh, now one kinds of say due diligence and ask questions about the company. Kofi, my worries. If you look at Kumasi Asante Kotoko, if you look at South North Africa, history is telling us how do play a cohort, a tournament how this can operate. history. Enya Ghana hankwa West African countries no even players across here can cry on podano and they've even rendered service for them when it's time for the entitlement Kofi it's difficult for them to even get it. Kofi Kumasi Asante Kotoko board any management and more Kotoko supporters.
Oh
yes, and I'm going to explain to you now. Kofi, if you look at the board is the apex Edema Kumasi Asante Kotoko. The management goes to the apex, they talk to them, then they give them their approval. Kofi Anhadi. If you look at Kumasi Asante Kotoko team here, Kofi, a debate in Kumasi Asante Kotoko for any due diligence, making sure they have to get a lot of information from PFN Usm Alger.
A matter of trust.
What you say?
A matter of trust.
In business, there is no trust.
I said, what's your baby now?
When it comes to business, there's no matter of trust in business. And when by the history about that company, and I can say no, on your trust, what you need your business, I saw you very careful. Kofi, I was shocked by the readings and run at Jomu Makai. My main castle, Kofi. Kumasi Asante Kotoko, on your due diligence. Naniam Ponsa, and you know why I'm shocked? Naniam Ponsa is a football agent. Though he's a football lawyer. So when it comes to transactions of players, Kofi, or Wadian Kasa. Now, if you look at Usm Alger, Kofi, the owner of Usm Alger, your friend Ali Haddad, Kofi Okita 83% shares. Now 2019 upon pay $6.5 million in a realm. What the bomb music Kanuma said Denise said Denise no Kofi is 700 million. He is the owner. Now this is a man of Kofi or matching for corruption. A man who was even running away or matching on the borders of Algeria and Tunisia. So it means if you look at Usm Alger now Kofi, financially they are not strong. Now, if you look at Alger, it may come back 4 to 5 months Kofi or more place no muntu or moka. And place it me make agitations trying to say more. Now let's go back into 2019 when they were playing the CAF Champions League.
2019. Aye. So 2019 they are now coming to
good. And when Yanko and tell you about the history of the club, say financially they are not strong because you put on 6.5 million Kofi Acheno. Sani putting this cabium. And in 2019, na make us should be a reference point for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Kofi, what the hell? 2019. Listen to what happened. The Algerian Giants. Where a reporter, a free calf, the Algerian Giants are said to be close to bankruptcy following the jailing of the club owner Ali Haddad in June, and the club has no number of occasions threatened to withdraw from the CAF Champions League. Kofi was saying Usm Alger reported financial woes that have seen players reportedly protesting in recent weeks, and in the CAF Champions League, now the players raised concern and they went to CAF. Saying omo de omo ka say omo niska say kase be going to bankruptcy Kofi, it means financially you are not strong. Uniska. My question is e dey na Kumasi Asante Kotoko for gina so e ka some de come OPOKU more because team niska. We are background checks and one background checks because the onus lies on you na ye wo japade a woton enye dwom ya wo na ka so be kwa kodin toes and 5 cities was me Kofi aba. We are talking about corporate settings and corporate institution. Kofi, Usm Alger. If you look at more financial transaction right now, more per man on 4 years. Kofi Abed is a $300,000 euros. Kofi, go and look at the financial report of the club. A club it may struggle for 3 to 4 months. No two players. A club a World Champions make us be the person me feel champion.
That was in 2019.
Yes, they are saying Nippon in 2019. Ali Haddad in 2019. The club financially they are struggling. Go and look at Usm Alger players. No, 2021 be what 3 to 4 months need 12 players. It's difficult for them to even pay their players. And who be saying, say, again, due diligence na Kumasi Asante Kotoko for year. My question is, if you look at Niam Ponsa, if you look at technical person or in terms of player transaction, or you can first to players this animal Kofi. When you are talking about corporate settings, you find most is these sentiments, the passions in Bamo. As a course one say, as a course one say, they company. Asking, only in your business, the matter of trust doesn't come in. Transaction now, when I'm making sure transaction, paperwork will be at my pay. Kofi, they say, I'm 3 years, my boy. 3 years.
Well, Mutiadia, the banner believed.
Kofi, Kwampuku could date me. Kwampuku could date me. And what no could do yet, and you see my worry. Kofi, I didn't tell what Tom Biamobi and pay the history of that people. Or do Canas will try adding, then you use an ITC. Kofi Boami. What auto action at the and I say action jade or no the mawa or brand I cannot ask a bus or power dear. Dear due diligence now, and so there animal action. Because I know there is a history history didn't say if you look at North African clubs like Kofi, ombeji players top players the call mutu omobre. And we've seen players that they've even rendered service for clubs. Who are bobo no, we an entitlement. I said the man or bobo. I said the man. Yeah, for the man. My question is, if look at
that's right, Ben White champion.
Ben a champion.
Only Zamalek for Sunya say the same issue.
Natana Samon when your problem is Natana Samon
young Angola.
No, Obakum so Egypt.
Bakum so Egypt Zamalek. Bakum is Zamalek. What is Zamalek from your problem?
I never been a champion there.
Maybe be a champion. Mikai is
Ben a champion.
Ben a champion.
That's
former Kotoko striker. Tetiano. But also issue Angola.
Zamalek will issue
over $1 million crash. Coffee over $1 million crash has been a champion. But my question is, if you look at Kumasi Asante Kotoko, the competent management people, if you look at the board, these are elite people like Kofi Omugu board. So we get this kind of transaction, Kofi. You have to ask yourself few questions before allow, because the reason why I'm board we buy, and this kind of management buy, is in reference to Sir Clotennis, I can't conte issue now. And you are selling a player now what on Kofi by the history of this country. And I say
Zamalek must pay S player a champion $1 million or face federal transfer ban.
Kofi
to be a champion
need the over 1 million. Kofi over 1 million. This is a player he has even rendered service for them. He didn't get serious no. And my worry is if you look at Kumasi Asante Kotoko and paying for.
Okay, Michael Preze, I say but Ike, we were in this country when journalists broke the news that OPOKU money has come. How can we trust the media again?
Oh,
David, there are a lot of issues I don't want to go in. What important I say about this transfer OPOKU, you know, because your baby one more and go for no craft agadam or me on so much on Sana Manamantino.
But people also home. Unko deep kwana so te hon for obi with Matthias oti on say I don't know ni nyina u kan ni nyina free strover from nyina na eye gidie
that is it
na orevonya na omo no kasa e ma omo ti asese skana omo metua omo ndada omo because Kofi for a team to accept to issue an ITC no ho ne hia say kwa me koyi na omo issue ITC on team mo board da obetra wa numsuo didi omobo kwala se but eye gidie omunya say ena nsem omo no mo kan no Kofi na omo ti ase issue ITC ne mo ma kwa me abobo mo wa ise go samo omo
actually ena me say mo mo ame no Kofi mo mo ame ena me say in corporate setting there's nothing called trust in terms of transaction Kofi in now in tell me who crowd so your corporate yi and that me so am say me koton so bet me buy say family say am ame because the
player transfer there.
Listen, and you see, but if you look at the history, you look at the history, there's a precedent. If there's no precedent, fine. But who a precedent, baby, you can stand on it. And just there be other course ones, but you are the last one, the more brands on Saka. And it's a day when I open film, for the other man and some the Habib Diamond. Kofi, I don't know if you're trying to get me, because there is a precedent. And my worry is, Nani Amponsa is a football lawyer, he's a football agent. Nani Amponsa and said the transfer in some city here. I know he know a football agent. He know the history of this particular Northern African clubs. And ask me why. So in the matter of trust, it doesn't come in at all.
Okay.
Idea also Ghanaian clubs if free idea when they say and now Kotoko. Or a bit to Hartlepool, a bit to become Chelsea, a bit to any other team. They should learn lessons from this. So when you're Anya encounter with the North Africans, the clubs now.
When you encounter.
I have one, yes. Many will be a dinkomo personally, and he told me a lot.
Say the Unya encounter.
O say
encounter,
and your reporter speech will make
direct.
Yes,
direct.
A player.
No, a player, a North African club official.
Okay.
Kofi almost say the West African part. I see, yeah, problem. They say born by Entiasi. I'm telling you for a real way. Kofi almost see a year ball but yente ball na nasi. To be very frank with you, they believe say Ghana for and now West Africa for ball you see but how to read or learn much about your ball.
Depending guys on to you as I say, yes, some radio stations even broke all the money to small teams and staff. So now the sports presenter who said so should come and remove his mouth. Okay.
No, I'm going to be able to
say scanner.
On go in no. On say make say there are some portions I don't want to go into it. Technical, antina. I didn't hear baby are quite technical, you
private and confidential.
Very, very private in capital letters.
Private is never one thing.
And here for my listeners.
Private never one thing.
My listeners. To us, woman.
Kofi. I'm saying you're born, but born, you understand the born who from. Said ye, a play smart. Here, just it will be very difficult, say, an of African team. Ever turn the player, never we ask his canemba. But yeah, how you say no? You just say to bonus by your tongue, yes, canemba. Near them FIFA, near Koha, near Baha. At the end of the day, you must say, who's in the FIFA for somebody banaba 3 years, right? At the end of Usm Alger for Airpen or Omusaka and Omusanka. They wanted Kwampuku.
And they had him.
Omanya. And they are saying, a cabi or person or Mutibiano, or Montia Club half.
And Prof, even if they decide say 3 years, they can even wait for the 3 years. 3 years national be 3 years kana. 3 years national. And my worry is, Sadia will come now Kumasa and they could league.
And 3 years never per annum no a cab also 15 times 3 or 45. 45,000 euros Eddie also. Busa who say within 3 years no. Nothing Kwame or Kotoko aside you are about Kotoko Busa Kotoko senior tone to a different club and can evolve the best thing. Within 3 years time and can be 345 Anna. Obviously the answer is no. Was in the Kwame and your Black Stars call up and don't forget and you some just number Kwame Black Stars. On your Black Stars now as a walk. And the Kotoko train that time no compounds water on and can volume never cost through. As in the auto koji and the auto koji once in Tian Farmer. Why a human ambassador because no per strike of one maybe on position any. As a time I know I'm not position yet. Kwame Abeboa I'm a rescue or Eddie free positioner emery to mono. If we as a Kotoko now know what that first Kwame Kotoko demand in the league. When demand in the FA Cup, I think the people within our football industry doing business with these people, we should make sure say once initially Kwame say the bear woman no more. Now it is in Nkoi. And no more and cast a friend catch him to penny for more family near the Bemamo, one family near the Bemamo. And you 2 things. First, come on, ITC. We add.
Mate, Ashh,
Kofi,
the Abano,
you use them for no 7 coffee. I want what there.
Okay.
What an
I mean, how are you? What sentimental attachment to Saturday, you know? Okay.
And Fanco. And Martin Funya, what? Boy, if you want to almost try so many pana, or Mataka on pay, but could be a Martin Funya. But they are very fine. I want what I teach in Coino. Coffee. And somewhere, almost kind, actually, Nanyam Sunday team. Emma Omotiasie issue I see mom coffee. Otibia Obatiasie. Omane so din I ready kwa accounts number bi no mo pe omunya mo fama no mutwe ska ntum na say ni say oh etua na bank ne kwa no we dey go through. Kese coffee e se mebre. Omo share adwuma. Coffee omo share adwuma. E na edi onofo no. Because Ike Mintasie dase o ton player na team no make any serious commitment bi na o player na ko o de ko fi de ontua bi kra tio o de ontua bi na enka bi o fi ontua bi na enka bi o nu se dia kan kwa no o fight ya later no on sabet my dey on sa ebetimi aka bike sisi ya dey see me hu say eye opener for all the teams,
yeah,
especially only obi dili na of North Africa wa because of you ho wa omo no omo so omo nya Africans o oko Morocco oko Algeria oko omo so omo nya Africans ndiana etala kwa na kofi omo sa kwa mpo etwon ho omo ho free ho nti omo ye dili bia na ase omo mu yen kwase abuo sebi ena omo so omo de bu yen wo de he yen place e ko ho how am go through kofi bebire e we kai kese Samuel Jemu time o ye Chastela mo kofi busa place omo ko bebire kofi omo ma raw deal but kofi skari se omo ekase omo sika se mun tunto yiye se ni se kofi o se if for essence so game
yeah but me aside yes to some extent Obeka said na upon signing the management and due diligence of the club say but you're more companion for us about so to some extent you know if only
full ups no yeah
the kind of follow ups yes because we cannot sit here and say or my mistake for you know if only say obetima kura jiem ema abase okay omo 45 days omo fantua omo entimentua na still obasa standing on his grounds asa pema komanim ama omenya ba no e kire say if only nso aboduma
tisi an ban fangbo tisi ban ya ben say on beto run ni omo club na o pescalitua
oh yes
because untimi nkase o ye team
na on
player na untimi ton player abeding anything I say team oguno.
Actually, you know I also have a different opinion.
Opinion like, but my point still remains. Company for and you know if only to be precise and as specific. Why are there?
Kofi.
No, why are there?
Oh, someone can say you can say why are there? Kofi.
And now who is that?
Oh, why are there?
Because how many Kofi?
Yes.
And
how many see we no? There on we.
That is my point.
Very good.
But forecast me so. I dey boy in Tiasum Ofiti, I did boy in Tiasum. Yeah, because I did in Tiasum. Actually, they say eye opener. I mean, when say eye opener. Eye opener say baby, be two maybe actually one more in the other hole. This is the third time. Oh, Kumasi Asante Kotoko within the space of maybe 2 to 3 years. This is the third time. I quoted the Yetwemo, anyone. I can't continue to.
Oh, so quoted the quite different.
Matu, then I say,
and Tono will try.
So you are talking about the diligent. As a man, you are talking about money. Now we any crowdy. The man na impons have a management or by a CEO no. And I say if look at Cloteni kwam contempt you say buy it.
Oh
me ba yes we have
now but enya ntia. Na ne amponsa ba Kotoko. The board of directors fought to say he has a football acumen to lead the club. Sata wana sa Cloteni mun sam kwade na asisi. It is ya maame no lead the council committee no. O the board na say and the blueprint no mabanti no. Anya say blueprint the council na
blueprint in free o. And a cofa na ne amponsa. Say o si kai onimbo no.
Kodokwa board of directors amfa adwuma na ma na amponsa say because of transfer ban they saw the competence in him and then I do all good
so at this particular point he's incompetent here.
How?
The transfer of OPOKU. What was the main reason of transferring the player?
To get the money back.
Good, so I'm looking at one angle. We are talking say damn I'm
to use the word incompetent for him. Too harsh.
Okay.
Find a better word.
What disappointed Kotoko supporters?
Oh, but they were deceived.
Actually, that is Kofi.
But incompetence, I will not take it.
Okay,
they were deceived.
So
I've withdrawn it. What disappointed Kotoko supporters? Do you know why I'm so disappointed Kotoko supporters? This is a person like Kofi. One, or a football agent. And he knows the history of how players have been transferred from one jurisdiction to another jurisdiction. And the other say ABS, but what's my year football agent there do? Or him say if you look at the history of the North Africans, if you are dealing with them, you are not cautious. One for due diligence and Mama Kofi will be no problem. And you see, and say they were doing their relevant and I am Ponsa. And I could me boy. So meaning that there is a manner he's abreast with the issue. My worries. If look about be on football, more could be on player transfer now. Now can yes what me trauma my Sunday for way to more.
But if he knows say never walk about and go on.
And I'm saying there is a precedent.
I never quite a hard drink a pie I didn't go in. Say no one qua and a community more that.
Mammy for lines into me.
Yes.
024 149 84 024 941